Hi guys, good morning everyone. In today's session, we majorly focus about what do you mean by variable, what are the different data types we have, and if possible, if time permits, we'll discuss about the type conversion. Right. In yesterday's session, we were discussed about very clearly about the features of Python programming language, and also we discussed about the introduction to Google Colab. Can you tell me what are the different features we have in Python programming language? How many different features we have in Python programming language? Any idea? Any guess? Any guess? How many different features we have in Python programming language?
8.
What are those? Is it free? Open. Easy to read, free, open source,
Power
memory
plat
management,
platform
platform
no
independent,
plat,
platform independent,
yeah.
right? Exceptional handling. What is large standard library?
Memory management.
Memory management. Yeah, these are the eight different data types. So different features we have, and after that we introduce about the Google Colab. Now, in today's session, we are going to discuss the variables and data types. Before you code anything in Python language, and all, we have not started writing the code. Before I start writing the code in Python programming language, few points need to be remembered in our mind. those points are those points are something like Python is a case sensitive. What do you mean by case sensitive? What is the meaning of case sensitive? So for example, case sensitive means if you write in something a new world is not same as new world. What is the difference both? Here in the first one start with the capital N, second one start with the small n. Here in Python language, both the meaning is the same, new world. However, the letter, the way we have written, first letter started with the capital letter, second one started with the small letter. Hence, we cannot say that both are the same because of the case sensitive issue. For example, if I write the John versus John, is both are the same or different? Is both are the same or different?
Different.
Different because of case sensitive issues. Both are the different. Both are the different because of the case sensitive issue. Right. Uh, right. So be careful. So while using the variable names, I'll talk about what is the function names. You may have a doubt. You said that what do you mean by function name? What do you mean by variable name? How do you different? How do you differ? How do you refer the variable names? How do you refer the function names? I'll talk about. So in easy way, function means anything which is associated with the parenthesis. Anything which is associated with parenthesis, that is called function. Anything which is associated with parenthesis bracket, that is called function. Basically here print is a function. Here also capital P and small p both are not the same. It is different only. Understand some of the basic commands, guys. I would request all of you, please open your Google Colab and start practicing with me. Whatever I'm typing here, you also type in your system, so that whatever the error you'll get, you'll understand, we can clarify it. Right. So I'm open the Google Colab. I open the Google Colab. I hope everyone know how to open the Google Colab. Right. And here we connect it, Google Colab. Yesterday also we discussed about this. We're connecting the Google Colab. Right. Let's see. We connected the Google Colab. Now I'm writing the first thing. So I'm writing the first one is about the um things need to be before you code. Sorry. Before you code. What are things you need to know? So the same thing, let me write down, just me copy here. Oh, sorry. Why it is? Python is a case sensitive. Right. Be careful while using variable names and function name. Second, new world is not same as new world. Right? This is what we discussed about these things. So you want to write, okay, let me highlight. If you want to highlight with the bold color, right? Before you go, you want to highlight with the italic, right? Maybe. Why it is not coming? Okay, that is fine. No problem. Leave it as it is. Type finding. Even if you want to write the points wise also, you can write the points wise. Be careful. Python is a case sensitive. Be careful. Right? New world is not the same as new world. Like these are the 3 points wise we have written. Text with the way we have written. The first thing which I'm going to do. Are you clear with this point so far? Any confusion? Any doubt? Any confusion? Any doubt? Have you started? Have you opened the? Have you opened the variables? I mean, Google Colab. Everyone? Yes or no? Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Now let's see. Here in this case, the first one. Let's write down the next basic commands in Python. Okay. So first thing we are going to write again the basic commands in Python. Basic commands in Python. So what are the basic commands you are planning? Okay, what are the basic commands you are writing? 2 plus 4. Okay, we are writing the 2 plus 4. If you want to execute, can you see here the symbol button? Run cell. You can enter a enter, no, you can use a control enter, right? Or you can use shift and I mean alt enter also use. If you use the alt enter, control enter, what it does, it will execute the current cell. Whereas alt enter, what it does, it will execute the current cell and shift to the next cell and also create the or add the next cell. Right? So two terms were discussed. One is about the whiteboard. Let me take the whiteboard. Control in the keyboard, CTL, I mean, the keyboard we say something like CTRL plus enter button, execute the current cell. Whereas alt plus enter, what it does, it will execute the current cell and add extra cell, add the extra empty cell, add the extra empty cell. This is what. So first we execute 2 plus 4. Now it execute the output. It is given the output as 6. Now it also created the next cell. Right? Let's try another example. 10 into 5. When I execute the 10 into 5, use the alt to enter. See, it created the extra cell also. 10 into 5 is 50. It also created the extra empty cell. Make sense? Any questions? Any doubt? Right? Okay, right. For example, now clear guys are able to do command and max also similar only. I hope there is no difference because you're opening the Google Colab, like it will be same thing only. Okay. Next thing. Okay, print. Let's say I'm using a word called print. Let's say print of 10 plus 5. Now, do you observe now what is the color of the print? What is the color of the print?
Brown.
What is the brown? Let's say you're writing the 10 plus. Now, as we said that Python is a case sensitive. 10 plus 5. Now, do you observe any difference now? Do you observe any difference?
P is capital.
P is capital and also see where there is a some mistake. Is it in the brown?
No.
When I say that there is a
It's a
some
yellow.
kind of, so it shows that print is not defined, report undefined variable, print anyway, right? So let's see, it throws an error. Name print is not defined. Why it is not defined? Because the reason is very simple. It is a case sensitive because of case sensitive. Sir, we don't know what is the exact answer. There is a next steps. Click on the next steps. That is the benefit of Google Colab. When you click on the next steps, explain the error. Can you see everyone? Explain the error. So it will explain you the error. What is the error here? Name error is print is not defined. The error message name error print is not defined indicate that Python could not find a function or a variable named print. This is happened because of Python is a case sensitive and the built-in function for the printing output is print with a lowercase p. The user likely intend to use print but mistakenly use capital print with an uppercase p, leading to the name error. Now is suggested to use. So just copy the code and go to the next cell. Print. So it is the change the print to call the correct built-in function. So the benefit of Google Colab here it thrown an error. So we need to think what is the error. We need to think about hours and hours, couple of minutes and all. Here in Google Colab, not required to think about it. It will suggest you the correct code also for you as a user who is learning the Python and all for debugging cases and all. It will be really helpful for any fresher also. Make sense? Is it clear? Any confusion? Any doubt? Yes, go ahead, please. If any confusion, any doubt. By Bidan, right? Monica, is it clear? Oeshi?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Right. Now, perfect. Let's see about the print. So now we discuss about the capital print. Now, can you try last two statements? What is the answer? Can you tell me? Print of welcome to hello world. So if I use a print of welcome to Gen AI world. So automatically it will print the display the as it is a string or a text to data, it should be displayed either double quotes or single quote. Now written or well print welcome to KSR Datavision. Right? Here I've used the let me use the single quotes. So simple it will give an answer of welcome to KSR Datavision. Right? Is it clear? Now, any questions, guys? Any doubt? Any doubt so far? Right? Clear about this? Now, a question is, sir, you said the you need to be very careful with the functions and variable list. How do you define the variable? Right? Before the variable, we need to know about anything. So, before writing anything, we need to know about the, for example, if you're learning English language, how do you learn the English language? Directly, you'll go and read the paragraphs, passages. How do you learn the English language as a fresher? How did you teach English language to a kid?
From
We
alphabets.
go to school.
Huh? Sorry, Faisal?
We go to school.
You go to school. What they'll teach in school?
The basics,
Like what is the basics? That's what my question.
like
Alphabet.
alphabets and stuff like that, or
First
sentences.
alphabets, right?
Yeah.
After that, they will teach you about the vowels and consonants, and they will
Yeah.
teach you about the sight words, prepositions, articles, and all, right? And then they teach you about the grammatical grammar, and then they slowly about teach you about the two-word letter, three-word letters, and then they'll start teach you about the paragraphs and passages. This is how people does learn. And then similarly, so vowel, for example, English in vowels, a u I o u, which is a constant which cannot be used before the consonants, or in specific case only we need to use. Suppose before the vowel we'll get a and the all these things, right? Similarly, to define any Python programming language, we need to know the keywords, which is really, really important. So keywords will help us to define the structure of the Python programming language. The keywords are used to define the syntax and the structure of the Python programming language. The keywords cannot be used. These keywords cannot be used variable name and function names. This cannot be used for variable names or function names, right? So before we are dealing understanding about the variable names and function name, whatever the keywords, the one which are going to discuss now, these keywords cannot be used as a variable and variables and functions. Other name of keywords is also called as reserved words. Other name of keywords are also called as reserved words. As we said that in Python is a case sensitive language, here the keywords are also case sensitive only. The keywords are also case sensitive only. I'm just repeating again. Keywords, what is the use of the keyword? Basically, keywords are used to define the syntax and the structure of the programming language. Programming language. These keywords cannot be used as a variable name or function name. We cannot use the variable name or function name, right? And as also the very very important point is keywords are case sensitive. Now what are how many keywords we have? What are those keywords? Let's understand. In Python language, these are the different keywords we have, except the one which is highlighted in the red color. Rest everything is started with the lowercase letter only. So lowercase letters only. So false, none, true. These are the except these three. Except these three, rest everything are the lowercase letters. Right, like for loop. For like looping criteria, we use for loop. Conditional statement we use if, else. For exception handling, we'll use a try, right? Try all these things, try function, right? So you want to import any library, I mean any library, you want to use any library, we can use import. For exception handling, we use a try except. Finally, also for object oriented program, we use the class statement. Suppose you want to create your user defined function, we use the def function, right? Each one having every meaning, guys. Everyone have its meaning, right? If you want to define anything in Python programming language structure, we use these keywords. As I mentioned, these keywords cannot be used as the variable names or function names. Okay. Now the question is, what are the, how do I know? So simple. How do you know the keywords we have in the market, right? Import, there is a function. Import means importing. I'll talk about the keywords. Sorry. Explain the error. I think it is a keyword only. No, if you don't know, also forget about it. So that is fine. Let's see. So it suggests you import keyword. I given the keyword, right? Import keyword, like one library or a one function. Keyword dot, right? Keyword list. So let's see. I'm writing print of. So keyword list. These are the keyword list we have, right? The one which I discussed just now. This is the right. False, none, true. And, as, assert, async, await, break, class, continue, def, del, elif, else, except, finally, for, from, global, if, import, in, as, is, lambda, non-local, not, are, pass, rise, return, try, while, with, yield. Right? These are the functions we have used. So let me explain you very, very important things, guys. These early, now it is a 35, 735. Earlier, we have only 31. Recently, in 2, 3 years ago, they've added the 4. This list may vary from time to time. Some of the things may be deleted or something may be added to the list. If you want to get to know the updated list, we use this function. Here, what do you mean by keyword? So import, what does the import does? What is the meaning of keyword? So here import is a keyword. Look in here, import is a keyword. What this import does, guys, basically by default, as I already we mentioned, one of the feature in Python language is large standard library. What do you mean by library? Library is nothing but collection of functions are called library. For example, calculator. Do you know the meaning of, do you know calculator? In a calculator, simple calculator. Do you know this calculator, right? Standard calculator, right? Can you see my screen, right, everyone? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is a calculator is a library. And this calculator, we can perform different functionalities. Let's say 5 plus 6 we can perform. We give 11. Or we can subtraction operation 10 minus 8, 2 into 5, right, 4 into 7, 4 divided by 9, right? We perform the different operations. So addition is one function, subtraction is another function, like multiplication is another function, division is another function, square root is another function, square is another function, percentage is another function. Like everything we have a function. Do you agree with me? Everything has its own function. Do you agree with me? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right. So all these functions are assembled under a package called calculator, right? Under a calculator, under called application called calculator. The application here in terms of Python language, we call it as a library. So in this function, in this application, we have different operations we have performed, like addition, multiplication, subtraction, and all. Similarly, if you want to access any function, anything in Python, first we need to invoke the library or invoke the library into Python core, Python framework. To invoke the library, to get the Python function to the library, we use a function called import keyword. We use a function called import keyword. Right now, any questions, guys? Any doubt? Any questions? Any doubt?
Sir, what is this keyword?
Keywords are, as I said, right? Keywords are
No. In front of import keyword. If we play
keyword.
this one, what will happen?
So the keyword is, so this is the list it will give you, the keyword list it will give you. It is a library. Here the keyword. Okay. From this library, what are the functions which are available in the library? Keyword dot q list, keyword list. What are the list we have? These are the list which we have. Now, so always remember here, um, always remember here this keyword list which will give you the function. If you want to access the function, first library name dot function. So keyword dot. So these are the different functions which are available. Is keyword, for example, I've written true. Is it a keyword? Yes, true is a keyword. For example, keyword dot, I written something name called is keyword of Chandu. Is Chandu is a keyword? Chandu is a keyword? Yes or no?
No.
No.
What is the answer should come?
Error.
False.
Yeah,
False.
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 That is a false. Understood? It is false. Right. Next, keyword dot is soft keyword. True. For example, soft keyword, false. It is not a soft keyword. Right. Let's see. Asset, false. These are the not soft keyword. I mean, only soft keywords are not. So we'll go in depth of this. Don't worry about this. So this how we will be able to get this. So I mentioned is keyword is a function. Do you know why I mentioned is keyword is a function? Do you know the meaning why I mentioned is keyword is a function? Any reason? Rishabh, any reason you can think of?
It is returning a
Supriya,
value.
returning a value. Okay.
It will take some parameter and return some output.
Okay. It is associated with some parameter, right? Parenthesis, right? And return the output, right? Yes, Rishabh, go ahead.
It just verifies if the string that you passed is a
Uh-huh.
keyword or
And forget about that. What it does, what is the task? I call it as is keyword is a function. Do you know the why?
yeah. It just says if it's a true or false. That's it.
Now Q list is a function.
Yes,
Yes.
it displays all the list of keywords. Yes, it's a function.
It's a property or variable, you can say.
I mean, anything
I'm
generally
sorry. Key list is not a function because it doesn't have open and close parentheses. It's
Is
just
it a
mm,
a
method?
statement, method or a statement.
Okay.
So anything which is associated with a square bracket, parenthesis bracket, is keyword parenthesis bracket, it is a function. Here, Q list is not a function, it is a statement. Why we call it as a statement? Because it does not have a parenthesis bracket. It does not have a parenthesis bracket, right?
Is it
Uh,
like, can
uh,
we say key list is one of the included function within the keywords, as that when we say
yeah,
keyword dot key list?
yeah, you can say that.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
It's
Right.
like an inheritance function, right?
Yeah,
Keyword
people.
key
Yeah,
list
if I
is
use
an
inheritance, people will get confused at this point.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Right. Your answer is correct, but if I cannot explain in depth of that, people will get confused now. Generally, people think programming is difficult, right? I don't want to make them difficult. Let them have cool. Now, understood the keyword, guys, everyone? Right? What this function each does, we will discuss in detail. Each one, for example, you want to discuss the loops, we can go with the for loop belonging to the looping function. While, can you see where is the while is also looping function? Else also can be used in the, where is the else? Else, where is the else? Can you see else? It's also in the loop. Also use the conditional statement also. If also can be used in conditional statement. Elif also can be used in the conditional statement. Right? Right? Now, file handling, at the time of file handling, we use with file handling type. For def is for the user defined. Container is also for looping statement. For object oriented oops concept, we use the class. Break also we use at the time of loops, right? These are the and operators basically. Is an operator basically. In is an operator basically. R is an operator, not is an operator, right? Return also used at the time of user defined function, right? Pass is also used at the time of conditional and looping statements, right? Lambda is used for list comprehensions. Non-local variable scope, we use the local, global, and all, right? Local, global, and all. To delete objects or variables, we use del, right? Each one has a meaning. Each one has a meaning, right? Except finally and all try we can use for the exceptional handling. Each one having a meaning. So in one day we cannot get it. Don't worry. By taking one by one function, one by one keyword list, we can construct or we can learn the Python programming language. For example, let me ask a simple question. Let me correlate. Let me give simple example so that you can easily understand the real world. So, how do you construct an house? How do you construct an house? Constructing an house.
Materials,
You require
material structure,
what
yeah,
kind once yeah what kind of material is required?
brick,
You requ
concrete,
Raw
stone.
material like bricks, iron,
uh
cement,
uh
sand.
uh then a house is done.
No, labor also, and a
Labor
plan.
also, plan also. What else?
Engineer to guide them
Engineer,
how to fit in
engineer.
each and
Don't you need
Architect
steel?
to give the plan.
Don't you need steel?
yeah,
Yes,
Yes, required, right? And a
yes,
most important thing, water is also required, right?
yeah, for
How,
Approval.
incubation and cooling.
you also require the place, right, to construct an house?
Yeah,
yes,
obviously on the land.
Obviously, right? Yeah, yeah. Yes. Once you have
land.
done all these things, your house is done. You can go and do a puja in our house, in your house. You can do housewarming party.
Hopefully,
Definitely no. Reason being, you need to do the interior work, right? We have not discussed
yes,
anything about the interior work at this
But
point.
that is not mandatory. That is optional. You can do it. You can go for it or not. That is for
And at
just
least basic interior is also required, right? At
yeah,
least where do you
basic
keep
one.
your daily needs? For example, kitchen. Where do you keep groceries? Where do you keep your stove, cooking stove? For that, you require the basic platform and all, right? Yes or no? Can I say it is
yes,
interior? I mean, simple
Yes.
terms. I'm talking about the simple term. Now tell me, each one has a meaning. Each one, for example, what role of cement is something, role of steel is something, role of interior work is something, role of engineer is something, role of labor is something, role of sand is something else. So each one is a one component. Combination of all these components, we can have a one good house. Similarly, by using with the help of different keywords, each keyword has some different meaning. Combination of all these keywords, we can learn and we can become a good Python developer. Make sense? Make sense? Make sense, guys? That is what the I mean. Just compare it, just to comparison purpose, like just given to think it. Right now, Shaikh, are you clear? Jufi Shaikh, Sachin, are you clear? Perfect. Now, okay. So now he's saying that so before the parent of like so now we said that function names and variable names we cannot use in keywords. Then what are those? How do you define the keywords? So the collection of the name which are given to a function name, class, variables, all this called as identifier. All this thing called as identifier. So what is an identifier? Identify, for example, Chandu. Chandu.
Yes.
In this world, how many Chandus can be possible to have?
Multiple.
Multiple. Okay, let's take an example. In an organization, let's say company called company called TCS, Tata Consultancy Services. In Tata Consultancy Services, there are almost 3 lakh people are working in an organization. In entire 3 lakh, what is the likely chances to have more than one Chandu?
More likely, you will be having around maybe 1 in 100. You can say
1 is in 100.
100,000.
Okay, 1 in 100. Okay. Rishabh, tell, you're saying something.
No, it's
Hmm.
it's more than n number, but we can say it depends upon likelihood function, how frequently the name is traveling. But yeah,
No,
in your case, I agree there could be n number of Chandus in
I,
one
I,
company. We
yes,
are
one
not
Chandu.
sure. To
Yes.
identify,
Yeah, how do
we
you
may
differentiate? How do you differentiate one Chandu to another Chandu? For
based on
example,
the surname.
once one second. Let me give on. Let me give a simple example. The Chandu, let's say Konda Chandu. Just example, I've given a name. Surname is Konda. His name is Chandu. Okay. In an organization, analytics department, there is a department called Gen AI department. In Gen AI department, there is a likely chance. Just assume that as an assumption, hypothetically, there are 3 Chandus, Konda Chandu in Gen AI department. I want to escalate one of the Chandu. Is not performing, I want to escalate to manager. Whom do I refer? How do I refer? Because as Rishabh raised a point, surname could be different. In my scenario, hypothetical scenario, surname is also the same. How do you differentiate?
With employee ID.
Employee ID. Very good. Employee ID.
Identifier, employee ID or something.
Exactly. Employee ID, right, Srini? Does employee ID can be a number or it can be alphanumeric? Agree? So in every organization, employee ID can be maximum of 8 characters, like as a password. Maximum should be 8 to 10. It should be something like number, or it should be something like alpha combination of alphanumeric. Can be possible, right? This is some standard, right? Agree?
Yeah.
There is no guarantee everyone have employee ID can be 123, 124, 125, 126. Now I want to write to TCS 123, TCS 124. Maybe I'm talking about TCS Gen AI. Gen AI is belong to Gen AI, right? 1. TCS Gen AI 2, like this. Can be possible different thing. So how do you define the unique identifier to differentiate from one entity to the another entity? For that, we are using an identifier to differentiate from one entity, means one person to another person. We can use identifier. So in auto identifier, if you want to use identifier, there should be some set of rules, right? So there should be a set of rules to create an identifier. The set of rules are like, very, very important, guys, listen carefully. The rules can be a combination of letters. The letters could be lowercase, it could be small a to z, or uppercase capital A to Z, or digits 0 to 9, or an underscore or underscore. So identifier is a combination of 5 different ways. There is no need to be use all the combination. You can use either one combination, or you can use more than one combination, or you can use all 5 combination also. So let me tell you again. Identifiers can be a combination of lowercase, small a to z, or uppercase, capital A to z, or digits 0 to 9, or an underscore. We use a symbol of underscore. So my name, is it satisfying the above rules? My name. Where 10, is it satisfying? Yes. Print underscore this underscore two underscore screen, is it satisfying the condition criteria? Yes. These are the valid example. But still you cannot identifier cannot start with a number digit, which could be you cannot start. Identifier cannot start with digit. Remember the point. Identifier cannot start with the digit. Already we discussed about keywords, right? Keywords cannot be used as an identifier. Here we are using a symbol called underscore, right? We cannot use special symbol, or we cannot use except underscore. We cannot use any other symbol except underscore. We cannot use any other special symbol like exclamatory mark, at the rate, hash, percentage, dollar symbol, anything we cannot use. Identifier can be of length, maybe 10 character length, 20 character length, maybe 5 character length, maybe 2 character, 1 character also can be possible. Now read it. Do let me know if anything is not clear, anything is not understood. Then I'll explain again. I'll give 1 minute of time. Go with. If anything is not clear, kindly let me know. I can explain. Because at the end of the day, you should remember all these things. Because we are going to create the identifiers, variable names, and function names. You create a function, a variable name. The rules should be the same only. There will be no difference in terms of the rules to create the identifiers. Go ahead. Now go ahead, please.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Okay, done, right, everyone? Perfect. Now, okay, points to remember. The points. Python is a, so for what we discussed, just summarizing all the points. Python is a case sensitive language. World and word both are not same because of case sensitive. Always give the name identifier that makes sense. So always give a name. For example, a is equal to 10. It is a valid. What do you mean by a is equal to 10? Is it, what do you mean by a is equal to 10? After 20 years, after 10, let's say after 1 year, you see a is equal to 10. People think, what do you mean by a is equal to 10? What does it mean? Does it have any specific meaning? What is the meaning of a? So highly likely, of course, technically it is a valid. I'm not saying that it is not a valid. It is a valid. But whenever giving a name to an identifier, always try to give a name which makes sense. Which make sense. Similarly, count is equal to 25. Oh, you are writing the word called count is equal to 25. I've written name is equal to, let's say, Sushant. Person name is equal to, let's say I given the person name is equal to Sushant. Let's say Chandu. City name is equal to, let's say, Bengaluru. Age is equal to 50. Salary is equal to 35. So 35,000. So if you give some meaning name, salary like age, city name, person name, then it will be easy to read while reading someone else as a layman like us also. If you have multiple word, then always segregate or separate each word using an underscore. So multiple words, separate each word using an underscore. Each word using an underscore. So this is a long variable. This is a long variable. If I don't use underscore, how does it look like? If you read this one, if I read this one, let me write down. Let me write down in the Word document. Easy to understand. This is a world. If I ask you to read this, does it have any meaning? Does it have any meaning? Does it have any meaning? Now, is it an identifier? Is it as an identifier?
No.
Why? Why it is not an identifier? Any reason?
Not assigned to anything or any specific task.
No. Okay, we'll assign. Let's say this is world to 50. What about now?
It
No.
don't make any sense.
Why it does not make any sense? Reason? Because we have more than one word here, right? So more than one word. This is one word. Is another word. A is another word. If you have multiple words, Better to read. It is not mandatory. It is not mandatory. Better to segregate like this is a world 50. If someone is reading, it makes more sense. The one which highlighted the red color is make more sense compared to the one which highlighted in the, let's say, blue color. This is the world. This is the world 50. This one is make more sense compared to this one. Make sense? Any questions? Any doubt, guys? Okay, right? Okay, let's see. Right. Okay, now are you clear about this? Let me write down what is the statements and now are you clear about the identifier? Before I go to the variables and all, let me write down let me explain about the statement. Any questions so far? Any doubts before I go to the next point? Any questions? Any doubts? Please, guys, please respond. If any questions, anything is not clear, can you let me know? Any
All-
questions? Yes, go ahead, please.
all good.
Sorry?
Everything is good. You can go ahead.
You can. Okay, perfect. Chandu. Aditi, are you clear? Okay, perfect. Now I'm talking about the next thing called statements. Statement means, what do you mean by general meaning of statement? What is the general meaning of statement? Come on. Jufi, what is the general meaning of statement? Jonathan, Lakshmi Prakash, what is the general meaning of statement?
Collection of
Rajashekar, collection of? What do
something. Collection of words or collection of sentences.
collection of sentences. Okay. Hello, welcome to AI world. In this world, we are going to discuss everything about AI. Is it a statement or a paragraph?
Paragraph.
Why?
Statement is something with a commanding period at the end, which tries to drive us to a certain direction where it gives some results.
Exactly. Statement always end with a period. Period means a dot. If you have more than one period in your statement, it is called as a paragraph or a passage, simple to say. Right? Here, that is the general meaning. Some conclusion, right? For example, hello world. How are you doing today? Maybe a question mark or a paragraph, dot or anything. This is a statement, simple to say. This is a statement. Now, at the end, maybe it is a question or a outcome, something. It is a statement, right? Now, so this is the general English line. In Python, what do you mean by statement? Statement means instructions that Python interpreter, that means Python interpreter, Python executor can execute or execute anything is called statements. For example, ABC is equal to 10. Here, what is the meaning of ABC? What is the meaning of ABC? Can I say identifier? Do you agree?
Yes.
What is equal to? Assignment operator. What is the general meaning of 10? Value. Agree? So this entire thing is called statement assignment operator. Sorry, assignment statement. The entire thing is called assignment statement. However, so if you want to read this statement, how do you read as a layman? 10 is a value is assigned to an identifier ABC. Read it. Is it correct? So how do you read it? 10 is a value is equal to means assigning is assigned to an ABC is nothing but identifier ABC. If you want to read Z is equal to 10, how do you read? Tell me. If you want to read Z is equal to 10, how do you read? If you want to read Z is equal to 10, how do you read it? How do you read it? 10 is a value which is assigned to an identifier Z. Make sense? 10 is a value which is assigned to an identifier Z. Make sense, guys? Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, right? Perfect. Simple. Some of the statements are if statement, for loop is also statement, while is also statement, else is also statement. These are the in detail we'll discuss later part. Discuss later. Right? Some of the statements are. Right? Sir, we have only assignment operator. Don't we have any other operator? We have a different operator, arithmetic operators we have. Right? We have compound operators we have. Right? We have inline operators, like multiple operators we have. Right? That is operator statement. So simple. Like, for example, if you want to write something, city name is equal to Bengaluru. Should Bangalore is a cat a string, right? City name. So print of city name. So just we are printing the city name, which will give the Bangalore. So you want to read, for example, age is equal 30, 40. Let's how do you read this one? How do you read this one? Age equal 40. How do you read? How do you read about this? 40 is a value which is assigned to an identifier age, right? Suppose now can you tell me state is equal to statement. I am learning Python. What does it mean? What does it mean? Can I use what does it mean?
I am learning Python as an assigned to statement variable.
I'm learning Python is a value which is assigned to an identifier statement. Does it make sense? This single line statement. If I want to write sorry, multiple lines, if I want to write multiple line statements, statements are two different types, single line statement as well as a multi-line statement. So the end character, suppose if I write here, the end character, the end of statement marked by new line character, slash is called as a new line character or continuation character, line continuation character. So 10 plus 12 plus 3 plus slash 4 plus 5 plus 8 plus slash. So here slash indicate the Python, giving an instruction to Python, go to next line continuation character. That is a continuation of the same code. If I don't use, so let's see, a is equal to, let's say a is equal to 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus, right, 40, 50, 60, 80 plus 90 something. See, there is an error called indentation error, unexpected indentation. See, what is the answer it is giving? Thinking, it is thinking, Python is thinking. The error message is unexpected, indicated that Python encountered unexpected indentation line code. Specifically the lines. There is a point 50, 60 second line or what are indent more than the previous line where initialize the variable a. This 50, 60 and all just belong to the more of previous line. What is the previous line here? 10, 20, 30. Am I right? However, right, this volatile the Python indentation, which is critical for defining the blocks. Python determine the structure of and Python define the right indentation. So what is suggested code? It is use the slash backslash for new line continuation. We have used a backslash at the end of first and second line, which indicate the line continuation. Everything belong to the same. This tell Python to treat the following indent line as part of the same statement. Right? Yeah. This avoids the unexpected indentation error. This avoids the unexpected indentation error. Right? So to overcome this, how I write as suggested, we have written the code more than one line. As I have written the code is more than one line. Hence, it is called as multi-line statement. Hence, it is called as the multi-line statement. Make sense? Confusion? Any confusion or is it clear? Is it clear or any confusion?
It's clear, sir.
Perfect. So,
So, for this, like, we'll have to put that slash line to for the continuation of line.
yes, correct.
Okay, and why this A is getting error here? Like,
Where a maybe single line, right? So that is the reason. Single letter, right? No error, right? Where is the error? Just to
as
tell.
in, it's just red mentions.
That is not an error, already executed, right? It's just showing the one single letter. And remember, I showed you one of the example, right? We cannot use the identifier as I mean, we can use that. Technically, it's correct, but does not make sense. That is the problem, just giving a notification like us.
Is it the same for string as well? I think you showed for numbers, right?
String is a different. String is a different. The concept we have string there, I'll explain, guys. Right? And also, if you want to use a multi-line, I can use a color, for example. We can also put in the square bracket. We can write multi-line in the parents bracket. Suppose you want to use a multiple statement in a single line. If you want to use multiple statements in a single line, we can use semicolon. Can you try this example? Is it working or not? Can you try the example, which is a rounded one? Can you try this example?
Yeah, it will work, I guess.
Yes, it is work. It will work, but I want you to try. I want you to experience the flow. Okay, done. Done. Is it clear? Now, any questions, guys? Any doubts so far? Okay, let me try my example also. A is equal to 10, semicolon, B is equal to 20, right? Semicolon, C is equal to 40, right? So it is giving execute in the error. So comments we'll discuss in tomorrow class, guys. Comments, multi-line comments and variables and all will complete in tomorrow class. Okay, I think it will take a lot of time, comments and all. Okay, thank you. That is all about today class. And also, as we have done with the free sessions, guys, now I would like to say that if you want to enroll for the course and all, any questions before I go to tell about this process? Any doubts about the course and all? Any doubt about the course?
Where can we get these PPTs and notes?
These PPT I have to share. I have not shared yet to anyone. I will share once the free sessions are over. Okay. Second thing is, so if you want to get that, you have access, will give the access. So once you are done, here you can go to the courses. Once you log in datavision.com courses, you can see the paid sessions. Here you can see Gen February. Just create a batch called February, one batch. You can go there. You can buy. If you pay in one shot, it will be 35,000. If you have installments, you just spoke with our team. You can speak with our team. Right. Yeah.
Be able to provide a certificate at the end of the course?
Yes, we
Something like
does.
that.
Yeah, yes, we does.
Okay, cool. Does it provides like how many hours we spent on this course also?
Yes, it will added. It will add the time.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah, it
cool.
will
Yeah.
add the time. All right. Or if you want to connect with our team, you can call to our team members also, like +919916961234. And just want to show you this is the day wise plan. I think I showed you to everyone. I'm not sure. This is the day wise plan which already shown to everyone how we are going to teach. Maybe here and there exactly may not be covered as we are starting with the Python. Right here, the Python introduction Python is done. Identifier we have done now today. Right, variables and all depth variables we have started. After the identifier, we started the multi-line statements and all. Right, variables and then input output. After that, data types and typecasting. That's how we'll go that.
Can you share this one, please, sir?
Already I shared it. Let me share it again.
Sir, Excel and SQL done?
Yes,
No, no,
is not going to teach.
no, no, no. We'll teach, sir. SQL. I will cover the end, sir, before PySpark. Okay, Excel, what I told to everyone, I'm just repeating again. See, Excel means it is very easy subject. So I'm thinking to give a recording video, but my suggestion to everyone, I'm we are thinking to conduct these kind of Excel sessions, GitHub sessions, which is a very simple one. We are thinking to conduct over the weekends. So if I start teaching that weekdays also, I need to spend 2 weeks. 2 weeks is really important for everyone, right? So Excel, GitHub, LinkedIn profile sessions and all. Your daily classes will go as it is. These things are additional topics. We will teach you over the weekends. Weekend 3 hours I'll take Saturday. Maybe Sunday 3 hours. I'll teach you about the Excel. Once you done Excel, like GitHub will teach 1 week. LinkedIn profile 1 week. That is how we can reduce our timelines to complete the course early to you get more benefit. Understood?
Yes, sir.
How about SQL, Koti?
SQL will teach in the daily class. SQL is not important now. At the end, before the PySpark only is required SQL. There I'll teach you about the SQL.
Yeah. Okay. I thought like first only you'll start the course with SQL, but you started with the Python. That's why I'm.
Yeah, we created and just for the freshers point of I created it, but we'll go with the Python first.
Yeah. In previous class, I observed first you have started with SQL. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, but again I will cover it. Don't worry about the SQL. Next question, please.
So this Power BI is the basic or to till advanced?
Madam, basics only. Advance again, you need to spend almost 3 months of time. I will cover the basics of. I will cover about how to create a dashboard in Power BI and
Sir, could
basics
you
of.
open that schedule page?
1 second. Huh? Okay, go. Let me. Power BI. Yeah. Yeah. So I mentioned Power Advanced capabilities is optional. We'll talk about the DAX basics, data analytics, data visualization reports and dashboard, filter slices, Power BI services and all. Just 1 week, 10 days, madam. Basics only. To tell that I know Power BI also.
Is this Power BI free? Like anyone can download and use, or is it paid one?
No pay. We can use the dashboard. Anyone can download and we can do that. For paid and all, we need to pay almost for Power BI students. We will give license for them. It is a cost of almost 8,000 something like for us. So for here, we are not providing the Power BI license for this course.
So please scroll up.
Sorry?
Scroll up, please.
Yeah, please. 1 second. PySpark also will cover big data. What is introduction to PySpark? PySpark basics, core data structure, data loading expression, user defined function, data and time manipulation, PySpark SQL. Here, there is a SQL, right? Right? There we will use the PySpark, SQL, PySpark. In the time I'll explain. Advanced concept optional, but I'll cover this because which is important. And
Sir, in statics, like will do this use case of all of the points, or it's just that like we'll just
no, we'll use the use case, madam. See, if your example, linear
Mhm.
machine learning example, right? Introduction machine learning basic data processing, supervised machine learning, right? Unsupervised machine learning, evolution metrics, projects covered predicting the taxi type for regression, household prediction. So one project I will explain, other project is a assignment.
So this
Customer
is
journey.
machine learning. Like if I talk about Z score, like T test and all, so we'll have an understanding like where we'll use it and how we'll use it. Like
Yes, madam. If you want to show us, I'll show you the material also. Then only you can trust. Let me show you the jet test. Jet test is continuous. Sir, continuous categorical. Hmm. Okay. Is it fine now?
yes.
Excuse me, sir, regarding the projects, so you will get.
Sorry, sir. Rishikesh, sorry, I could
Yeah,
not able to hear you. Sorry, can you
yeah.
please?
So, am I audible now?
Sorry, lot of disturbance.
Okay, so I'll continue. I'll ask you in tomorrow's session.
I'm really getting a lot of disturbance, Rishikesh. I'm happy to answer your question. At least drop a message. No, it is fine. Please speak last. Yes, please. Rishikesh, now I'm fine. Please speak. Rishikesh, now I'm fine. Please speak. I think he left.
Yeah, regarding the project, so
Huh.
are they going to be some generic projects, or each one of us will get some unique projects?
See, I will give the number of projects. Based on that, you can develop the case studies.
Okay, so you'll provide us with the problem statement and what is exactly required from the.
For example, let's say machine learning. ML, where is the machine learning? ML, I have a different projects here. I have given the bankruptcy project, a churn project, taxi assignment. Right.
Okay.
So that's a 3 different projects I'll give. For example, I'll give another project, EDA project, NYC modeling. Right. Some other project which also so end-to-end project is there. This I'm talking about the retail project. Suppose another project which I was discussing about the interpretability, some assignment I was discussing about the assignment. There is some problem statement, fraudulent or non-legitimate, fraud test and all. So how to interpret this model? So deployment also I covered one more project. Where is that? Let me show you. Example model deployment. So where is the model deployment? Assignment of building. Big model. I've taken one data sets and I asked you to build the deployment. Okay.
Okay.
That is how we will use the different projects. You will get the flow and everything.
Okay. So these projects are enough to place on your resume, or do we require some advanced project to
See,
mention in our resume?
no example, the one which I show you only about the machine learning projects. Suppose if I go with the deep learning NLP projects, suppose if I go with the NLP projects. Right. So everyone we have, for example, language modeling, one important topic. Project
Okay.
and next word recommendation is one example. This is the text data.
Okay.
So this is about the language modeling is a concept which is a prerequisite concept for the Gen AI.
Okay.
For example, if you want text classification, here we'll talk about the spam email and all, spelling corrections, right? Autocorrect project, one project, how to correct the projects. These are the language model features in the text classification. These are the prerequisite for these things. For how do you process the text process? I will cover one of the project here. Explore the data set here. Twitter data. Yes, like this we
Yeah.
will cover, sir.
Okay, fine.
All right. For
Sir,
deep
so
learning, yes.
after
Go ahead, please, Aditi.
yeah, after every main topic, we would have projects, right? Do we have assignments as well?
Yes, madam. That is what, for example, that is what after every module we'll have assignment. Suppose if you go to the
Okay.
Python, so you have Python. Yes, we're in the Python, right? So here we have input, output. One second. Here data structures we have. After the data structures we have project. So maybe we can at least we don't have project as here project. We have Excel project here, one project. Right. For example, if I go with the SQL, head of the SQL we have a two projects I given here. Right. Maybe after data analysis we give one project here. Suppose if you go with the NumPy project, here again one more project. Static EDA we have projects like this. We have every time project we have. So let me show you example also.
So will it be like validated with you about what
Mm,
we have done in the project?
If I have time, I validate, madam. For this, we have a specific mentor. He
Okay.
will be in your group and he can post all your assignments to you. You have to send the assignment to him and then he will review it and give you the feedback. And of monthly basis, whenever you have a time, if you have any doubts, you can connect. I mean, daily you can connect with him. He can answer your questions, all these things. And group on normal questions, I can answer in the class also. Reviewing the project, if I have a time, I can work on that. I can guide you.
Okay.
Because I'm also working on my own projects also. So I told you one of the project which I created myself by using the Gen AI. This is my project which I've created Gen AI, changed in the first class also. So I spend time here apart from my office work and all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Hi,
that we
Koti, I
have
have a question.
Yes, go ahead, Srini.
So after completing the course, do you suggest any certification we can take? Like,
See, certification may help you to select your resume, but it
okay,
cannot assist you to get a job. Always, I
okay,
suggest don't work with respect to the certificate point of view or don't learn with respect to certificate point. Learn the course and present yourself in digital era, like digital platforms, like the way how you use Instagram, the way how you use your YouTube. Use your GitHub and LinkedIn account in with respect to the same. Your profile get highlighted and whenever you're applying for a job, most of the people will recognize you. That is how you can get a job. So instead of work, my suggestion is instead of working for a certificate, work to create a digital presence by adding the new concepts, by writing an articles and all, so that people
So
will
what is the
recognize you.
duration of
6 months, sir.
okay. No, means
Yes, Srini. You're saying last word something you did
yeah.
say.
Okay, means after completing the course only, just I'm talking means after completing all this, whatever assignments and projects and all those things,
No, you
then
can start with the digital presence from next week only. Next week, you are going to take the GitHub class next weekend.
okay, okay,
So you want whatever the course you are executing in the class, the course you can put into your projects and all you put into GitHub. At the time of your resume and sending applying for a job, give LinkedIn your LinkedIn account as well as GitHub account.
okay, got it.
Mm,
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Yes, go ahead next. So here we have a GitHub module, last module. So GitHub, I will cover introduction to GitHub, basic GitHub repository, GitHub workflow, some of the real world. This one we don't wait till end of the course. We'll start next week only, next week or next to next week, right? Best practice for freshers and all. We will cover this end of the course. No, we won't wait till end of the course. We'll cover over the weekend. Excel we mentioned. We'll cover over the weekend. Maybe some of the Power BI we want till end of the course. We will cover over the weekends. That's how the plan it is. Make sense?
Hi, Koti. In this
Yes.
sheet, I'm not seeing like a deep learning.
No, sir. We have. Deep learning basics, NLP, forecasting, neural networks. See, everything we cannot mention day by day, right, sir? You can check in the browser also. We have everything. Sir, without deep learning, how can I teach the Gen AI, sir?
Yeah. It was not highlighted.
Yeah. Yes, next. Okay, perfect. Now I hope everyone clear. I hope the process. I hope I want to like to see you in the paid sessions. Thank you.